Hey guys, D1sco here, and today I'm reacting to the part two of the multiversus 1.05 mid-season patch notes. If you haven't seen part one, go ahead and check it out. Part one details some of the changes. I don't know why they split it up, but the deal of some of the changes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm very happy that they split it up because one of my biggest complaints was that by daylight patch notes they're so long that it's just like a giant wall of text, and they're ridiculously way too long. But multiverses here, I really like how multiverses structure stuff. It gets right to the point. They mention the changes. It's so much nicer than like I like the new style of the Dead by Daylight patch notes compared to the old ones, but like there could still be some improvement there. But yeah, so this one appears to be characters. So I'm excited. The characters are the reason why I played this game. So obviously, let's see what we got here. So we're starting off as Arya. Ground dash attack, updated knockback to hit more consistently near the ledge. Air/ground neutral special, fixed an issue where Arya would float into space while attempting to use space steal. That's a problem. That's a problem. Banana guard, air neutral attack. Unhit branch window 5 frames earlier, and that is that's a buff, I believe, to it. So that's pretty cool. A lot of these look to just be like the kind of like whatever, like changes, the kind of bug fix ones, but that's still good. The air side attack damage reduced to 11 from 12, and on whiff branch window delayed 4 frames. Air/ground/neutral special strength buff is now consumed after a successful attack to an enemy. That's a new way to do it, because before it was you like got it. Before, I want to say it was if you did a special attack, and now it's just if you hit them at all. That's interesting. I also think something else I noticed before that happened, before these changes, is that I put the banana guard, I get that strength buff, and then you can do like you could do like basic attacks and keep it for a while. But it was like as soon as you did like a special attack, it's like when they took it away from you. Ground, but interesting way to do it now. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Ground down special on hit branch window can be canceled 26 frames earlier. That's quite a lot, and that's also a buff, so that's good. Ground side special on whiff branch window delayed 4 frames. Batman, ground dash attack on whiff branch window delayed 8 frames. Air/ground neutral special, fix an issue where Bat Bomb could be applied to 2 enemies simultaneously if hit on the same frame. Dang. That's all I gotta say on that. Air down special, leg hurt box, size increased. That's a fun way of wording it. Black Adam, ground up attack, lightning strike projectile now applies a 4-second cooldown. Yeah, that could be annoying. I've gone up against a couple Black Adams where we just kept getting where like they'll spam that and then you just keep getting hit by it, and it's kind of frustrating. Something that was kind of therapeutic though was one time when that happened, they ended up so we had 2 points and then they double, and I want to say there's like one Black Adam, someone else, and Black Adam like double killed us. Immediately starts teabagging us. And then when we came back, we absolutely destroyed that, got the victory, and then I teabagged the fuck out of him back. It was so therapeutic. Anyways, ground down attack. Oh, there's a buff in this one. Definitely want to read the buff. We like buffs here, don't we? Knockback increased to 2,300 from 2,200. Let's go! Black Adam in the house. Yeah, his ground attack is Yeah, for me at least, it definitely needed that buff. I'm not good with it. It's so weird. On hit, dodge, branch, window, delayed 5 frames. Air up attack. Final hit, base knockback reduced to 1500 from 1750. That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. On whiff, branch, window, delayed 5 frames. A lot of these are delaying things, which is fine. Air neutral attack. Visuals now better match hitbox size. That's good. Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is living up to its identity as a strong mage a little too well right now. We're hoping to reduce the time that his safe can remain on screen by making it a bit more fragile, and we're looking to tone down some of the more toxic loops that come from his air neutral deck. I want to say Bugs Bunny is like, there was a tier list Orange showed me at some point some time ago, and I want to say Bugs Bunny was one of the S tiers. It's Wabbit season. He's so fun though. Air neutral attack. Repeat move lockout increased to 18 frames from 8 frames. On hit jump range window delayed 4 frames. Attacking a safe will now only knock back the safe on the last hit of the attack. We're keeping an eye on this change and may adjust it. I'm sorry about the yawning. And may adjust in a hot fix if this makes neutral air attacks with safe interactions too difficult. Air up attacks. Hitbox active duration reduced 2 frames. Okay, a lot of these are blocks. We're going to be here a while. Air/ground down attack. Pi. Pi projectile hitbox size increased to match hitbox size. Should address issues with inconsistent projectile interactions. I think I've experienced that a little bit. Air down attack. No Pi. And that got buffed. More aerial momentum is maintained on attack startup. Air/ground neutral special safe. Enemy attacks only do 1 damage to the safe. Armor break hits all still immediately destroy the safe. Safe health reduced to 3 HP from 16 HP. Jeez. That explains a lot about like why you had to really wail on it. Air/ground to neutral special cooldown. On hit, branch window delayed 5 frames. Knockback angle made more horizontal. Air/ground up special. Lowered platform height of vertical rocket to address issues where platform collision would push enemies away from the hitbox. Air/ground down special. Addressed several issues with tunnels where fighters could be trapped indefinitely or teleported off screen without ringing out. Bugs will now attempt to reverse direction if his destination tunnel is destroyed while he is traveling between tunnels. I didn't even know you could destroy those. Lingering left perk. Then that got buffed, I guess. Nice. Now has a melee hitbox while projectile spawn is on cooldown. Finn. Ground neutral attack. And that got buffed. Knockback scaling to 15.5 from 14. Ground up attack. Knockback scaling to 20.5 from 19.5. Ground down attack. Fixing the issue where this attack was not breaking armor above hits. Finn got buffed. Let's go. Finn got some nice buffs. Let's go. Garnet. All air side attack 1. Now applies a repeat move lockout after ground side attack 1. Air lockout duration matches ground lockout duration of 16 frames. Ground side attack 2 up. Hitbox hit stun reduced. Knockback increased to 1750 from 1650. Hitbox startup time advanced 5 frames. Ground down attack. On hit, branch window advanced 2 frames. Air ground down special. Placing the star will automatically adjust its position to prevent Garnet from ringing herself out on star dash. Marker perk. Gauntlets no longer spawn a star. The gauntlets were destroyed from leaving the arena. Gizmo. Gizmo's balance has looked much better after its nerfs in the 1.02 patch. We are hoping to address a few lingering issues with his arrow and core gameplay before we let the dust settle for a bit. Air/ground to neutral attack. Fixing the issue where Gizmo would get multiple jumps in air while charging an arrow. Adjusted jump height during arrow charge to better make it match his normal jump height. Ground up attack. Popcorn charge no longer affects arrow explosion damage / knockback. Ground side special. Car speed reduced to 2350 from 3000. Car health reduced to 5 HP from 8 HP. Car is now automatically destroyed if left idle for 6 seconds. Well, they had a lot to say in this one. I kind of see why they split it up now. There is a lot in this one. I think the other one, I think part one might have been shorter, but part one also wasn't didn't mention any character changes. This is taking a bit. I was not expecting this to take this long, but that's fine. Air side special. On whiff branch window delete 8 frames. Air ground up special. Increased attack radius to 575 units from 250 units. Gizmo should have an easier time snapping to his car or his allies without needing to precisely aim the attack. Harley Quinn. Harley's balance was mostly tackled in the 1.02 patch. We made some additional finer tuning based on feedback. We have adjusted ground up attack to feel more responsive and to allow Harley to pressure her opponents with follow-ups. Both Harley's neutral special Bat Doll and Stripes down special Dynamite have been adjusted so the item timer begins to take down immediately once equipped to make these items have windows of counterplay. Ground up attack. On hit, branch window advanced 6 frames, and that's considered a buff. Ground down attack. Maximum movement from charge increased 5%. That's also considered a buff. Air up attack. On hit branch window delayed 5 frames. On whiff branched window delayed 5 frames. Knockback increased to 1250 from 1175. Oh, hey, Iron Giant got some changes. Let's go. That'll be interesting to see. Especially now that he can't do the infinite combo stuff. Air / ground neutral special. Explosion timer now begins while the Bat Doll is in Harley's hands. Cooldown timer now begins while the Bat Doll is in Harley's hands. Bat Doll will only spawn an explosion hitbox if it explodes after being thrown by Harley. Bat Doll is now considered an item while Harley has it equipped. Throwing the Bat Doll no longer consumes an air special, and that's the only buff for it, I guess. Fixing the issue where Bat Doll would not attach to a fighter after colliding with certain projectiles or terrain. Fixing the issue where Bat Doll could be equipped while Harley has had an available Bat Doll to detonate. Air / ground down special. Explosion now classifies as a projectile hit, meaning if it can proc projectile effects like that's flammable dock perk. Iron Giant passive. Allies can no longer enter the pilot turret while Iron Giant is in a grab state. Fixing the issue where the Iron Giant could still use rage mode attacks while polymorphed. Ground sight attack. On whiff branch window delayed 6 frames. Air sight attack. Hitbox size adjusted so it is less likely for Iron Giant to hit enemies behind him. Air neutral attack. On whiff branch window delayed 6 frames. Air / ground up special. Attack now transitions to final hit after successfully damaging an enemy. Upper body is now projectile intangible while Iron Giant is spinning. Fix a bug that would allow this attack to hit 5 times on occasion instead of the intended max of 3 hits. Jake has been having a rough time since our official launch. Was these changes were looking to make him feel more like an aerial bruiser and less like a bite spammer. General fixed an issue where Jake could not hold special inputs using the right stick. Ground neutral attack. Startup window before charge reduced 6 frames. Startup window after charge reduced 4 frames. Air sight special. Hitbox size increased to better match visuals. Hitbox active duration increased 3 frames. Air neutral attack. Hitbox startup time advanced 2 frames. Air down attack. More aerial momentum is maintained on attack startup. Air up attack 1. Hitbox startup time advanced 3 frames. Ground touch air neutral special now applies incapacitate resistance buff to incapacitate enemies. Now what's interesting about Jason here is that he is disabled right now. You cannot play him. So let's see his changes. General, machete hitboxes on several attacks now better match attack visuals. Ground neutral attack. Hitbox to time advance 2 frames. Ground side attack 1. Hitbox startup time advanced 1 frame. Ground up attack fixed an issue where the first hit would not properly vacuum into the second hit under certain circumstances. Air neutral attack. Startup window reduced 3 frames. On whiff range window delayed 5 frames. Air down attack. Hitbox startup time advanced 1 frame will now hit higher up on Jason. Hitbox added to Jason's head. This head didn't have a hitbox before during the air down attack. That's interesting. Ground down special. Removed sleeping bags properties as a projectile attack. It should no longer interact with Marvin Bubble or Rick Portal. Fix an issue where Jason could grab certain boss enemies and rifts. That's awesome, but yeah, I don't think that was intentional. LeBron. Still feels weird to say that in this type of game. Ground dash attack. Hitbox startup time advanced 6 frames. No longer prevents terrain bounce on knockback. Ground dash attack. No basketball. No longer prevents terrain bounce on knockback. Ground neutral attack. Hitbox startup after charge advanced 10 frames. Maximum charge time increased. And required charge amount for armor increased 4 frames. Ground side attack 1. Fixed an issue where dodge attack momentum was not properly conserved. Ground down attack. First hit damage increased to 9 from 7. First hit knockback increased to 1825 from 1650. Second hit knockback increased to 1750 from 1650. First hit knockback skill increased to 16 from 14. Knockback made more vertical. Air neutral attack. First hit more reliably combos in the second hit. Repeat move lockout increased to 15 frames from 8 frames. Air side attack. Hitbox startup time advanced 4 frames. Knockback scaling increased to 19 from 15. Air/ground side special. Startup hitting ground increased 6 frames. Hitbox size increased. Air down special. No basketball. Now lost ground movement while holding the special button. Max horizontal speed reduced. I've played Marvin. I've played him a little bit. He's fun. Air/ground neutral attack. Bubbled projectiles now have a minimum additional lifetime of 5 seconds to prevent projectiles breaking immediately after being trapped. Fixing the issue where the bubble would get unnecessarily large after trapping certain projectiles. Fixing the issue where certain projectiles would not be properly trapped. Ground side attack. A projectile lifetime reduced to 2.75 seconds from 4.25 seconds. Air/ground down special. Fix an issue where the flag would fall from the platform on which it was placed. Morty. General. Fixed his drive animation facing the wrong way. Ground side attack free. Uncharged hitbox startup time reduced. Allows each combos from side attack 2 into side attack free. Air side attack 2. Hitbox active duration reduced to prevent Morty from hitting behind himself. Air/ground neutral special. Grenade are now properly blocked by projectile blocking effects. Ground side special. Splitting a grenade properly spawns 2 grenades moving in opposite directions. On a whiff branch window delay 10 frames. Fix an issue where the on hit branch window was not being acknowledged. Attack can now branch much sooner on hit. I'm more than just a hammer perk. On whiff, branch window delayed 15 frames. Horizontal movement reduced. Rain Dog. Ground/air neutral attack. Uncharged damage increased to 4.5 from 4. Uncharged knockback increased to 1250 from 1200. Uncharged knockback scaling increased to 26 from 24. Air up special. Rain Dog now flies more horizontally when thrown sideways by an ally. Air/ground neutral special. No longer damages invulnerable enemies. Rick. Bit of a stickler Meeseeks. Signature perk returns. Perk effect. Rick's Meeseeks deal extra damage to fighters that are already in hit stun. Ground side attack 1. Hitbox active duration reduced 1 frame. Air/ground side special. Address several issues with portals where fighters could be trapped indefinitely or teleport off screen without ringing out. Rick now takes priority traversing through portals if he attempts to spawn a second portal while another fighter is